And so I decided I'm going to randomize Undertale. I think I know Undertale well enough to run a random of it. I did a test run a couple weeks ago just to make sure it works, kind of figure out how this works, because the rando for Undertale is a little weird. it's kind of open world. Yes. So when you make the randomizer, you decide what type of run you're doing, either pacifist, neutral, or genocide. And you get a random key to a random location. So I got Snowden, which means all these doors lead to different areas of the game. Core, home, new home, waterfall, Snowden, and ruins. You get a random key to a random location, so I can go to Snowden. I cannot go to the other locations yet. And effectively, I'm playing the game normally. However, all the items in the game, including key items, have been randomized. The goal, since I'm doing pacifist, is to actually get all 3 hangouts done, go through the true lab, and find my way to the final pacifist fight and beat it. The reason the keys are in there is to make sure you can't just run through and grab everything. Effectively, to get to a different region, I'm going to have to find... Oh, there it is. I'm going to be skipping the text because this is not a normal playthrough and things are going to be way out of order. But effectively, you have to find the key to each region, which lets you do more checks effectively and find more items. In addition to having to satisfy all the conditions for a pacifist run, there's also specific new key items I have to find to even enable the hangouts. Like full skeleton is required to hang out with Papyrus. DT extractor is required for the Alphys hangout. I think a fish is required for Undyne, etc. At any time when I go to a save point, I can hit W to return back to the hub of world locations. It's kind of a nice change just to make sure you can actually get back to where you need to go easily. I keep forgetting there's no run button in Undertale that or if there is, I don't remember what it is. Experiment after this. Yeah, unfortunately, the Archipelago randomizer does not support enemy or boss randomization, so there's no possibility of fighting Sans in a pacifist run, and all the bosses will be in order. Part of the reason for that is if they allowed for boss randomization, they would have to do some weird stuff with the fight systems. Laugh? Nope. Didn't tell the joke yet. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've actually played Undertale in any, like, actual capacity. So I kind of forget some of the ways the battles go. I know you can heckle in the wind, but you just keep telling ice puns. Okay, I just tell it. Ow! I'm on the screen. This is probably going to be me remembering how to play this game pacifistly. I don't remember anything about how to fight it. Screw it. I'm heckle him. I'm gonna heckle him until I win because I don't remember the other order to do things. There we go. I don't think there's a run button because none of these are making me go any faster. As I remember. Just don't move and he doesn't hit you. The problem is I haven't... So the way I normally do this, and I remember that you can do this, is by this point you would have another weapon, and if you kept the stick in your inventory, you would be able to just throw the stick for all the dog bosses and just immediately end them that way. CT from the snowman. CT. I think the CT is used in a hotel. Like it's one of the items you can put under the door to get a different item. There's going to be a lot of me trying to remember things because I know that I need a... I think it's a CT, a Cinnabon, Cinnabunny, and a... I forget if there's a third item. The items you exchange at the hotel. What did I get? I should have sped through that. Oh, well, I can go to the ruins now. That's helpful. Oh God, please don't tell me these are separate checks. If the damn ball game is a separate check for each color, I'm gonna scream. Oh, God, I hate this game. I hate the physics in this fucking game. The ball game, not the... Okay. I only got 2G. So that means there's no actual checks there. If it is an actual check, it will tell you got a check and then tell you what you actually got. Make this go quickly. I'm worried that I got the runes key so quickly. Tells me there may not be anything really worth pushing through Snowden for. But, oh yes. Back away, Toby. I will be kind of going through these quickly. Like, I won't be going for the Easter egg. All right. The Easter egg ways of beating the battles solely because I kind of want to finish this in one day. I don't want to drag this out over 2 streams or have to go like 6 hours to beat this. So if I know the conditions to beat a fight quickly, I'm going to do it. Let's see. This one is roll in the dirt, then pet them. I get to pet both of them twice. Rounds, smell right. I have to get it smelled first and then I can pet him. There we go. Now now Dagaressa wants to be pet. Forget if snow or no, waterfall is the second part. So technically I can do this up until the papyrus fight. The hidden switch that lets you cheat the puzzle. Papyrus actually has like unique dialogue if you use the switch over actually solving the puzzle. This is technically faster than waiting for him to scramble it into the walkable path. Fortunately, Lesser Dog has no inspiration because we did not pet him enough. Oh, fuck that one up. The speedrunning way to do this is to cross it diagonally like that. I don't think this is is it a check? I don't think there's anything in here. Okay, no, there's not. Just making sure. don't get an item from Glide, right? I don't have to go down there and do the Glide fight. Down here, do Gift Trot because he's worth a decent amount. And Decorate. Worth a decent amount of money to do to fair him. Terribly hard to fight either. Yeah, this is just to do Glide. I don't think Glide gives you anything, so he shouldn't be a check. I hope he doesn't give you anything, because Glide fight is annoying and takes a while to do. Alright. I guess the ones that give you money aren't actually flagged as checks, only the ones that are actual items, like chests and whatnot. Jesus, what was the order for this? Yep. Okay, yep, that was right. We have to play with him. Hit him again. I always like this because if you don't move, it doesn't wake him up. But if you do move, Toby wakes up and starts barking attacks at you. Because the player's instinct upon seeing an attack is to immediately move, which will wake him up. Toby hanging from the rope, the most dangerous of weapons. This is Snowden. Yep, this is Snowden. Also, all the shops are randomized, so we have to check the shops, see what's in them. Progressive. Wow. Alright, well, progressive weapon. And both progressive armors. Oh yeah, so, fitted ribbon, toy knife, manly bandit. So yeah, the weapons and armor are set up to give you them in a specific order rather than having you find the item itself. Stick away for later. Still gonna need it even though we're technically done with all of our dog fights. Except for one, because we're doing true ending. There's nothing at Grillby's. This leads to the water. Yep. So he won't take me anywhere that I haven't already been. So now that I've seen him there, if I find him in another location, I can come back here. But I won't be able to do anything with him yet. I forget if it's faster to lose to Papyrus 3 times or actually fight him. But I forget if he actually gives you something if you lose to him. I forget if he tries to feed you a hot dog or if it's just like flavor text of a hot dog. I'll wait for him to turn me blue and then I'll lose. truthful kicks in properly. Alright, now we're gonna lose. Because I'm mostly doing this solely because I don't remember if there's actually a check in the shed or not. Sorry, garage, not shed. Also, that was Asgore's soundbite there. Nope, no checks. Like the last tone that went through was Asgore's soundbite or talk bite. I don't normally throw to Papyrus, so I didn't even realize it does that. I wonder if it is faster to just go through his attacks. Well, if I lose, I lose. It's been a while since I've done this. He might actually get me. These do get tricky after a bit. Not nearly as bad as Sam's, obviously, but... Forget how many of these there are. I know it's like 3 attacks after he says he's preparing for his special attack is when the thing ends. He tells you he's preparing, and then to be ready because he's totally preparing, and here comes the special attack. And then he does his extra cool normal attack. Flappy Bird mechanics. Okay, this takes longer than I remember it taking. Like, there's at least 3 more attacks left, so throwing to him is faster. There's the Asgore again. It's probably faster if you just straight do the fight normally the first time, but now that I've lost twice, it's faster to just lose the third time. Or text. I wonder if the Asgore soundbite is because it's flagging for, like, it's supposed to reduce you to 0, and it's flagging for a game over, which would mean it's Asgore's stay determined text, but it's actually not going to a game over, it's transitioning differently. Ooh, not fight. Oh no, we lost again. Well, if anything, it satisfied my curiosity of if there's a check there ever or not. There is not. And now he'll just let us pass because he's taking pity on us. Because we want to be his friend. Which is required. No. I don't have the skeleton yet, so we can't actually do the hangout. But apparently, according to the rules of the thing, there is checks that are done by finishing a storyline, which I believe Papyrus' storyline finishes before the date starts. So there might actually be a check here. Oh, there's also, I think, between the couch. Oh yeah, that's money, so it wouldn't be a check. Plaguing my life with incidental music. No Tail Builders is just an Area 51 experiment gone horribly awry. Also, seeking his 51st Pokemon in the Hoenn Pokedex. Nice. Or, fuck yes, he can. Yeah, so I can't go forward without having the skeleton first. Well, looks like according to the tracker, that was a check, and I got a cinnamon bun, which is one of the things I need when I get to the hotel. So that's helpful. Is there any other checks? No other checks I can think of. So when I exit to go to Waterfall here, it should take me back to the beginning area. Since I have the key, I can now go into the ruins. Which will start the intro, which is... nope. I always appreciate that music distorts when you don't do what it tells you to. Lower left is the fastest way. So going to the lower left side of the box is the fastest because the circle is not perfectly centered on the box. It is actually slightly off center, and Toriel showing up triggers as soon as the bullets would hit you. So if you're to the lower left, the bullets actually touch you faster than anywhere else in the box, and it goes slightly faster to get out of that scene. Fun little speedrunning fun fact. I believe we can just hug this and be done with it, or talk to it. Yep. We hug the dummy later. Toriel doing the mom stare at Frogget. So this should be relatively quick to find the key in. There's a few checks here, but most of them, this is a relatively small area. I really hope I can find either Spider Cider or Spider Donut before I get to the core, because I'd rather not fight Moffat if I can avoid it. Just being able to use an item and end that battle immediately is a really nice touch. And very helpful for a pacifist run. Muffet's probably one of my worst fights to do. I'm really bad at dodging her stuff. Like, I'm way better against Asgore than I am against Muffet. Also, fun fact, if you go over here, you can interact with Toriel since she's hiding behind the pillar. Okay. Let's put away this for later. This for later. Target. Compliment. I think it's compliment for Rocket. Yep. I know for the stigmatism guy, you have to not bully him, and astigmatism you have to bully. So this will be 4 checks because it's 4 pieces of candy. Got a punch card. How disgusting. Hot cat. The old, hey, another progressive armor. And another progressive armor. Holy shit. So we've gotten almost all of our armor already. Might as well put anything that isn't healing away. Because we won't be able to do anything with it until we get to Waterfall. And we'll be able to sell it to Tenny. The forced tutorial on how the holes work. Teaching you that the holes are wherever the holes will always be where the red leaves are. Rocket just really loves compliments. He's gonna keep showing up for him. I can never do this by memory. Let's see if I get it. Nope. About to push up too. Like, I've never been able to do this perfectly by memory. Okay, there are other enemies other than Frogget here, I swear. There's Vegetoid and Whimsmer. Mold Small, which can be spared immediately. Unlike Mold's Bug. I don't think I've missed anything yet. Flirt with him. There's a cheer in it. Gets him to... Remember the first time I played this game? The text freaked me out. I was like, oh god, that's a big attack. And I kept like trying to dodge it and then didn't realize you have to cheer him. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, the text doesn't do anything. There we go. It's all naps of Luke. We love it. Alright, so I should have enough for both of these. Well, there's the waterfall key. Ice cream. God damn it. I'd have to. I always remember that the switch is down one of the center ones. I just never remember which one it's down. The Vegetoid over there. I have no reason to fight. All right, he wants to be alone. But the spare spare mold spawn first. Now he just parties. There's Vegetoid. You eat my greens. By eating your greens, you can spare him. If I remember correctly, you technically can devour him, and it still counts towards pacifist, because it's not a kill. But, you know, it's still kind of fucked up. You have to lower his HP to below 20%, and then you can devour him. And he technically heals you. Let's see, so he leaves. And spare. There is a check over here. This is where we normally find the toy knife, which will be something else now. I don't know if more than one key can be in one area. Oh, it's just money. I don't think there's any checks left. Because unless you're on the genocide route, there's no items to get from Toriel's house. You normally get the locket. Oh no, the locket's new home. Never mind. Oh no, there is one. It's the butterscotch. The slice of pie. There it is. What is it actually? Another CT. Okay, now we can go. Hello, Mother. I would like to leave. I would like to leave. I would like to leave. I think I remember reading that you don't technically have to fight Toriel. Getting to the last area here with Toriel technically gives you her check. I'm gonna do this anyway. Mostly because Toriel has a fucking banger of a theme song. And it's not like this is hard. By intentionally getting hit, by the time I get to 2 HP, Toriel will no longer hit me. She starts going into an attack that you mostly can't get hit by. Also, getting hit by Toriel's hands during that summon fire attack ends the attack early rather than getting hit by the flames. So yeah, any attack Toriel does now that I'm at 2 HP will avoid me actively, because she doesn't want to kill me. However, there is a check in the game for if you manage to get hit, which is possible. You can chase down the fire in such a way that it hits you, and if it does, Toriel has a custom sprite right before the game over screen where she looks shocked and she's covering her mouth. Because she didn't mean to kill you, but you managed to die anyway. Sorry, Tori. I need to get through. I get to the end of this rando. The irony of action contributed to undoing the underworld seal. True? But also, she also makes a very good point with Asgore. She's like, yeah, you're a fucking coward because you decided to stay down here and wait for 7 children to just fall in, rather than taking the soul of one of the children that you killed and going over there and solving it yourself. Like, Asgore is the most, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Character in a lot, like, he fits the description of the most divorced man in gaming, and deservedly so. Her ex-husband, as he would say. Right, back to the beginning area. Now that we have the key to waterfall. Also, looks like there is no item for the tutorial storyline. I didn't get anything. Sans won't say it. Asgore yolk sucks eggs. Sure does. All right. So Waterfall has a lot of checks, like a lot of checks. And it's the first time there's actually hidden checks too. Because there's the tutu here. Face stake. Oh, that's gonna be helpful for some meta time. Put that away for. Oh no. Oh. Oh, I've never done that before. I can keep one. I have a CT in the inventory, so I can keep these on me. All of the threatening Undyne scenes. Yeah, Undyne is the reason, like, probably the main reason they don't do a boss rando part of this. Because Undyne, to do a pacifist run against Undyne requires a specific mechanic that other boss fights do not have. So if she technically showed up outside of her boss area, you would not be able to pacify her due to the way her mechanic works. Like, it would take a lot of coding because you'd have to have whatever boss you run into in Undyne's place have the same escape mechanic that Undyne does to actually make it work. There's Monster Kid, one of my favorite designs in the game. Which is actually one of the few designs not done by, well, I don't know if it was, like, the concept was done by Toby, but I think the concept was done by Natalie Portman. She's in the credits. She's like one of the few credits that aren't Toby or Temmie. And Aaron. We'll flex off. But yeah, I Monster Kid is one of my favorite designs. And it wasn't even done by Toby or Temmie. Hate Aaron because flex him out of the box. Hate dodging those stupid muzzles. So a lot of people don't know about this. There is actually a hidden item if you throw the seeds to the right here. There's also a fun thing if you throw the seeds over here and get them a balloon, the sign just tells you you failed because you just threw the seeds in the wrong area. But a lot of people don't know about this. And I have to do this because this is actually a check. If you put the seeds down here and walk to the right, there's a hidden bench that has a quiche under it. A cinnamon bun. Oh, well. That would have been helpful if I didn't already have one. Then we could do the puzzle normally now. I absolutely love the waterfall music because one of the things I talk about a lot is there's effectively two sides to the spectrum of video game music. There's music that paints the scene, or music that's made for the scene, and scenes that make the music. And music that's made for a scene, like the master craft of that, I would say is Uematsu. Uematsu is a master of, hey, we have this snow level, we want a snow type of song, and he comes back with the greatest snow song you've ever heard. Like, you tell him what you need and he gives you music to match it. I feel Toby sits on the other side of that spectrum in that his music makes the scene. I've never looked into this, but I would not be surprised if Toby did the music first and then the areas later. Because, like, specifically with Waterfall is one of those things where if you just kind of close your eyes and listen to it, you're going to get, like, a damp, lonely cave that's threatening. Is what it's going to sound, well, it sounds like to me when I close my eyes and listen to it. Is this damp cave that's threatening and kind of isolated and lonely. And the reason for that is the way the song is structured as it and how it evolves. Because it initially starts as like just like the droplet kind of. It's an option and then comes back to clutch assist. Yeah, Waterfall's song like starts with like almost a xylophone, just like doo doo doo. And if you're just stopping and listening to it, to me it makes this. It sounds like water's like dropping in a puddle, like drops falling off of the ceiling into a small puddle on the ground. So it's like, okay, given the context of puddles, water dripping down, I would think of water dripping off a stalactite, which makes me think of a damp cave. And then the second part that comes in is just the underlying just the. It's like, okay, now this cave is threatening. Like this cave is making me uncomfortable to be in. So you've got a kind of damp cave that's uncomfortable to be in. And then the third part is when the thing evolves fully. I forget if you give me something or is it just the punch cards? Oh, he does give me stuff. He gave me the key. Okay, I'll get one thing from it. Hush puppy. Is that it? Because there's 3 punch cards. Okay, yeah, so it's 1 check each. All right. But yeah, the way the song evokes the idea of a wet, kind of damp cave that you're alone in that is threatening feeling. Like this is the water kind of dripping off the ceiling into a puddle. And then second part comes in. Which is just that kind of low kind of, which is now it's a threatening damp cave, and then it evolves again. And this part of it kind of gives me the idea of it's kind of being echoey and kind of lonely kind of feeling to it. And that's where the idea of Waterfall comes from to me, is like listening to how this song evolves makes me think of a wet, lonely cave that's threatening. Like Waterfall is the song I would point out to be like, this is where you could really tell a song paints the scene versus the scene influencing the song. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like Toby's better than Uematsu or Uematsu's better than Toby. It's more that I'm saying like of the 2 types of composers, they're both masters on either side of that spectrum. Oh, there we go. It's some hum door. I remember correctly, you can keep humming at her and she keeps getting more confident. Even though I could spare her after the first one, I like sparing her this way. Raise her confidence and let her sing. Final toot. And she spares herself. Fuck. I still remember it. I had to remember which key was what. All right. Damn you, Toby. Alright, well that can be used to get infinite money in case I need it. Because now I have dog residue, which every time you use dog residue, it fills your inventory with dog residue, which Temmie will buy infinitely. So if you ever need like infinite money, you go to Temmie's area, use the dog residue, sell it, use the dog residue again to fill your inventory, sell it, etc., etc. Granted, I already found the 500 gold chest, so that should keep me in business for most of the game. I think Gerson is coming up, so that's 4 more items I can check. And I have the core key, so I can go to the core next, even though I still want a spider item before I get there, if I can find one. Well, I hope I can find one. I may actually fail the muffin fight at this point. It's been a while. There's Monster Kid. I have a round 2 of the Undyne section. So a fun fact about these spears, they're directly influenced by the way you're moving inside. So if you were, say, moving down and to the right, they will try to spawn down to the right, down to the left, down to the left. So you can effectively fake them out by walking towards the direction you're not going and then turning around. A lot of the time I'm holding to the upper right or upper left, make them on and somehow not going to be 100% good at this. Again, it's been a while, so remember that at least. So you can just kind of throw them out of the path like that. Doesn't matter, it's over anyway. See the end of the path, turn around. Get trapped. Like, even for having not played this for a while, I still remember most of the tricks of it because I've played through this many times. I am curious if using Frisk as your name, which enables hardboard normally, actually changes how the runes work. I didn't want to do it because I didn't know if it would break the randomizer. But it'd be funny if it actually worked. Okay, so there's 2 checks here with the astronaut code. Okay, that's another good one for the Metaton fight. Then I got a second check, but didn't. Oh no, it did. It gave me progressive armor. Just didn't log it yet. I have the server log on my other monitor so I can see what I get in case I skip through something by accident. This fight's just a lot of sparing and getting his little friends here to hit at him with the attacks. Technically, I think you can get the... Yeah, you can get the side ones in too. Kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that's good. Nice. I think that's enough for the missiles. Nope, not quite. Maybe one more. There we go. You felt memories of a fight you never waged. If you grip on the knife and pocket tight, you're unsure who you took hold of it. Yeah, just for safety here. Damn it. So this gets a little harder because it's not just a straight shot at him. You have to kind of lure the missiles into hitting him. Ooh! Oh, every single one. That's pretty good. Oh, I already pushed him into the final attack. That doesn't matter. Since it was the final attack, no matter what happened, he was going to go into this. Where he throws a knife. And then runs out of knives. Fun fact, Napstablook's tears are magic. Apparently. Goodbye, Napstablook. I should have, yep. So yeah, Undyne's area is not accessible until I have fish to give her. That away. That away. The boxes change order depending on which one you last used. That away. God damn it. Put it away for the Metaton fight. There's no checks in Napstablook. The snail race is only gold. That should be fine to leave. Person. Another progressive. The last of the progressive armors. Half the gold key. There we go. Well, that's all the armor. Have I had stained apron? Okay, now I can use him to travel to and from Snowdin, since I have seen him at Snowdin before. We're getting close to Temmie, which means I can sell all that stuff in my box. Unfortunately, I did not run into Temmie Flakes yet, so I cannot feed Temmie if I run into her. Which I think is a guaranteed encounter when you come down here. Yep, guaranteed encounter. I feel kind of bad for Temmie because Temmie's a cute OC, and Temmie is Temmie's OC. Like, this was actually her OC well before. Like, it wasn't made for Undertale. It was just her OC that she happened to put in the thing. And the association of Temmie in Undertale kind of got to be too much. Like, Temmie is far and beyond not associated with Undertale other than being used for Undertale. Like, she existed well before Undertale did. Oh. Whenever Temmie freaks out about something, you can tell her no, and she'll up the price on it. But if she doesn't freak out about it, she will not up the price if you tell her no. Keep it up, puppy. Gonna sell the stuff I need to sell, then I'll check her inventory. But yeah, Temmie getting associated with Undertale kind of ruined her OC for her because everyone just constantly coy and all this stuff. Even though Temmie the cat, or whatever Temmie is, existed before Undertale. Okay. What do you have? Progressive weapon. Spider item. Perfect. And send her to college. I don't know if this is a check or not, but I'm going to do it because I have the money. Did it? Oh my god. I don't have that money. Okay, Spider Cider is very important because now we can skip the Muffet fight. And the reason I am working, that I am making sure to get the weapons, is because I still have to fight Asgore. No. Sure. There's another progressive armor. Like, this check came up after college, so that means this is probably the Temmie armor. Because it's the only armor that could be beyond the locket. I don't feel like doing the dog residue for 1,000 gold, so Temmie armor will remain out of reach. Imitate to get him to pop up. I believe you unhug him. Yep. He wants his personal space, so unhugging him expresses that you're going to give him space and lets you spare him. My least favorite room in the game. There was a point a long time ago when I did not need to hit the lanterns at all. I would just run through this on pure memory of where to go. No, I'm good. I do not want to fight Washua and Aaron? Aaron at the same time. Probably one of my least favorite combinations of attacks in the game. The fake out as Monster Kid interferes. It's the rune from the 10th anniversary, except not extended infinitely. The Echo Flower corridor that was used for everyone's thoughts that they put into for the event. No. He wants you to say something mean to him so he can justify not being allowed to hang out with you anymore. I will not say something mean to Monster Kid. You can't sit there and wait for Undyne to grab him as well. It doesn't change anything for the pacifist run. It's not like you're not credited for anything if you wait for him or not, or wait for Undyne or not. I always like the sprite of her up there, like shrouded in darkness before she turns around. Okay. It's been a while. I might actually have problems with this. We'll see. Undyne is the only fight in the game where you can fight her, and as long as you don't kill her, it's actually just considered the same thing, because it's Undyne. She's fine with you fighting her. I believe if you weaken her enough, you can actually run her. I'm not sure about that. I haven't tried to do that either. It may have just been something I overheard. So when I first played this game, it took me a very long time to figure out that her turning you red is the indication that you can leave the fight. Because you don't have the option to run unless you're red. That's the whole reason she turns you red. Restores your ability to run away. Okay, so this... No, there's one more after this. I think there's a total of 4 encounters you're required to do before you can actually end the fight permanently. They're gonna get me. The trick arrows get me every time, so that eventually. on. Let me run already. Woo. So this will be the last encounter. Thankfully, you are left red immediately, so you can just walk out. And it's over. Fortunately, being a fish woman, she does not do well in the heat and collapses. Always water your fish. Oh, her storyline gave me the DT extractor, which is required to do Alphys's date scene later. That's a dialogue that just popped up. All right, we have the core key, so we can just keep going to the core. The core key, right? Oh. Core, not Hotland. Hi. Part of the reason I'm skipping all the dialogue is because it all plays out of order, so having the dialogue give wouldn't make sense. Magic? Yep, magic. Oh god, I forgot they loop. Stare at his orbs a couple times, can't handle it. So this area has one of my favorite enemy designs in the game, which is the nighttime. This thing, or night-night, that's it. Singing to sleep. I do really like that his dialogue is outside of a box. He's the only enemy that does that in the game. I'm intentionally going out of my way to not do what Alpha says. Alphys is effectively just having a crisis of she doesn't technically know what she's doing. She's realizing she kind of doesn't really know how to help, and so she's second-guessing her ability to help you at all. I used to know the way to get enough of these out of the way that you only needed one, but I only need to get two out of the way, so. Oh no, my brain. There we go. Here's an item. Oh. We haven't done Mediton Plus as far. That's the way out. I know it's one of the key items that was added to unlock something. I forget what it unlocks. The skeletons for the Papyrus hangout, the fishes for the Undyne hangout, DT Extractor is... No, wait, maybe the Mettaton plush is for the Office Hangout. I guess DT Extractor probably gives you access to True Lab? For the ability to get access to True Lab? Final Fragment and wins a lot. Final Fragment's design is actually really cool too. They're worth a lot of money, which is the primary reason I'm doing this. Sing Night Night. Oh, this is a fun combination. Okay, Night Night's been disabled. Stare at corner orbs. The way the corner orbs work is whatever direction you're moving is the direction the orb will appear in. Oh, there's a stigmatism. Pick on it. So unlike his weaker cousin, who you are supposed to not pick on, the stigmatism prefers you pick on him. And like Frogget, this Frogget does not respond to compliments. He responds to mystifying him. Yeah, we got both items from going out. Nothing to do down there. Click on him. Wasn't random if you want to pick on him. Using my screen right now. He said don't pick on me instead of pick on me. Maybe it's pick on him when he's in a group and don't pick on him when he's alone. I forget if you have to activate it or not to get it to work like that, but... Oh! Mettaton's storyline gave me access to Hotland. Oh, time for the medicine fight. Which I fucked up. Oh well. Actually, no. No, oh well. Relaunch it. Give me a second. I completely forgot to put the food in my inventory. Cell phone, connection box. Legendary hero. Oh, technically, if I really wanted to cheat, I could have kept all of my armor and switched armor during the fight, because every armor switch you do to a new piece of armor also counts towards getting you extra ratings. But food does enough for the boost, and then the rest is pretty simple. Forces you to learn the mechanics of his fight. Where you're allowed to skip the real fight. Time for the real medicine.
Oh, yes.
For the starting student screen, I almost used Death by Glamour because it's pretty much equally as good as Spider Dance is. Oh, here's my ratings. Damn it, got slipped by it. Okay, so what happened to food I had in my thing? Got the most turn. Okay. Gotta pay attention to this one. I'm gonna have to alternate to make sure it's always blue. God damn it. I gotta move immediately. And I am messing this up. I did it. I didn't get hit. Forget if it's now or after the ratings go up. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Did that arm hit me? I don't think I ever got hit by that arm before. Alright, rewind. Violencia. Oh, I do have it. Okay. On brand food. Ooh. A little violencia. You have to have ratings over 10,000 to end the fight. So I need to boast again. God damn it! More violencia. Oh, it's over 10,000. There we go. Fight's over. I took way more of a beating than I would normally take in that fight. It really has been a while. If I remember correctly, you can actually break this heart in all those heart phases and still technically qualify for pacifist. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. I have no idea how the game handles if you break your pacifist round. Like if you kill something, does it just end the game? You're like, nope, you can't win now. Or just let you try to get to the end and go, well, you fucked up. After this, we go to Hotlands, which should find me the skeleton doll, or full skeleton, complete skeleton, whatever it's called, and the fish, which will give me access to everything I need to do to get to the True Lab. I believe this is Home, or New Home, which should have 2 checks. At least, because the 2 halves of the key. But you know, you fell asleep and rushed to get your burgers ready before the bomb drop. Well, at least you woke up in time. Also, Happy New Year. Yep, this is New Home. Can't use the elevator yet because we have to go through the story of the underground. And the song aptly named Undertale. There's no skipping this text. It plays out the same no matter what. Oh, one of the actual keys was the key. Is this an archipelago independent exam? This is an archipelago randomizer. my knowledge, there's no independent randomizer for this. So I just use the Archipelago one. Archipelago is surprisingly easy to use once you got it set up. I actually wouldn't mind like doing a cross-world randomizer sometime with someone. Granted, the number of games that Archipelago supports that I also know is pretty short. Undyne's Letter. And a fish. Both of Undyne's items were in the same room. Like, I could easily do Super Metroid, Link to the Past, Undertale, obviously. I think what else was on there? Earthbound. Technically a Hat in Time, but that one might get kind of up in the air depending on how far you have to go into it. I haven't done much A6 except I want to learn Dread or Fusion, so you're not just one note. I've never actually done a cross-world rando yet. I've only used Archipelago for randomizing Undertale. So it's one of those things where I definitely have to learn too. But it's something I'm like really like the fact that Archipelago can do what it does is insane to begin with, and is super exciting. That it could be for those of you who don't know, the way the randomizer I'm using is called Archipelago, and what it does is effectively there's a certain list of games that it supports. So let's say Undertale, which I'm playing right now, and Super Metroid. And what it does is it can randomize all the items between both games, similar to the Link to the Past Super Metroid randomizer. So when I found Undyne's items in those boxes, I could technically find, let's say Regals is playing Super Metroid, I'm playing Undertale, I could find his morph ball in one of my boxes, and that unlocks the morph ball for him, where he can find the fish in one of his chests, and that unlocks the fish for me. It is absolutely insane that it works, and it works so well. Like, it effectively requires people to take the games, pack them in a specific way to allow items from outside of the game to be tracked, as well as having its items tracked across other games as well. Like, it's black magic, but it's kind of amazing. I've been watching Barry do some randomizing. The reason I want to do I've been watching Barry do it, like watching him do the Majora's Mask randomizer. He's doing a Hitman World of Assassination randomizer, which is like 40 checks per level kind of shit. It's like, Jesus. Settings like say when you play Ocarina of Time, you can make so chunk of your checks are in pots. Oh god. Cars you run around for Pikmins. But yeah, I absolutely love randomizers because it's pot sanity seems cool. I don't like the idea of pot sanity. Pot sanity sounds like a nightmare. Like, I'm already like kind of disagreeably side-eyeing doing a key sanity. Like, I'm pretty confident in my ability to run Link to the Past. I'm not key sanity confident, much less pot sanity confident. For those who don't know, key sanity and pot sanity are terms for key sanity, including randomizing the major items like heart pieces and power-ups and stuff like that. It also randomizes the keys from dungeons. So like a chest on the overworld or a heart piece could actually be the big key for a dungeon instead. And pot sanity is take that concept, but also add items to random pots in the game. Key sanity is for people who check it dry. Wow. Wow. Well, let's see if I pass judgment. It'd be really funny if your goal is pacifism and you're off pacifism, he just kills you. Like that, you fucked up. Game over. Actually, what would be really funny is if you fall off pacifist, it turns to Sans fight, and you have to win. If you don't, it You get one shot at beating him to actually proceed. This part is really funny to me, not this scene, but the fact that there is a save point outside. Like, just outside this door, there's a save point. Then after this scene, there's a save point in this room. And then the room beyond this, there's also a save point. Like, why do you have so many save points? Like, you could have easily just had the one that's out in the hall, or the one that's after this scene. Why is there 3 in 3 consecutive rooms? Because all that's here is a cutscene, and then you move on. Also, here he is, the most divorced man in gaming history. Because there's a save point here. There's a save point here. Quote Luke from Street Fighter, boom, divorce. Alright, I'm not doing the Asgore fight because I don't need to do the Asgore fight yet. I still need to do Hotland. I just wanted to get everything out of the way so when it's all set up, we can just come here and finish it. Wait, what am I doing? W. There we go. And now I've got Hotland. Get the final checks out of the way. Okay, now we can go anywhere with him. Thankfully, I have Spider Ciders, so I can skip the Muffet fight. Surprised I haven't run into a Spider Donut yet. Hello, Alphys, who I've never met before at this point, even though I've totally met you before. Oh, right, the quiz. I forgot about this. Oh, yeah. Wait a second, didn't we already kick your ass? So one thing I actually really like about this fight is you can technically... So these questions, you can technically get them wrong, but he'll do damage to you. But a lot of people don't notice this, and I didn't notice this the first time I did this. I noticed it on further plays. If you watch Alphys, she gives you the answers. Which is kind of important for half of these questions that are impossible to know the first time. That's what happens if you get it wrong. And he even mentions, too bad Alphys can't help, which is a hint to watch what Alphys does. And some of these are literally impossible without or having played this enough times to know it. About Mew Mew Kissy Beauty. I love this question because you can actually answer it correctly if you're paying attention by this point. I told you it was obvious. Even the human figured it out. Like, if you're paying close enough attention, you actually can figure out Alphys on the Crush and Unbound. And Mettaton has different answers depending on which one you pick. Should upgrade my phone with the thing I already have. Access to the dimensional box. Alright. One of the hot dogs. I don't think there's any checks upstairs. Courage. This area has one of my least favorite fights in the game, High Rope. High Rope is very annoying. Finderplane and Volcanus are fine, but High Rope's annoying. Oh, speaking of Finderplane. You have to get close enough to her to graze her 4 times to get her to spare. I absolutely fucking love the music in here. Oh, progressive item. At this point, the progressive items should be like... should find the weapons pretty quickly, because I'm running out of checks. Few more of the easier versions of this puzzle. And if it's this one or the one on the right, it is also possible to pull all of the boxes out of the way and not require actually shooting any of the boxes. I think it's the other one. Open up. And for cooking show. During some related Barry and Co. Pickman's charity rando, you had Living End as your last map for Doom 2. Oh. First enemies you found in the Cyber Demon. Revenant. Those are static. Oh, that's good. Nothing like walking into the first one. Fucking Archfight. Oh, that's kind of amazing. Imagine walking out, all the Marines have been replaced by just fucking Cyber Demons. So this minigame's kind of interesting. You technically don't have to succeed at this. When the timer runs out, you still win. But if you can dodge enough stuff, it ends quicker. Because there is an ending to this. I think it's something like, if you don't get hit by anything, it ends with 17 seconds left. Or 7 seconds or something. Oh yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, if you can perfectly dodge, you actually end this early. Ah, you bastard. There we go. Over with 13. So yeah, I think it is 17. Since I only got hit twice. Fuck me, it's January somewhere. Thank you for the sub fetched. I appreciate it. You gotta keep prepping burger. I understand. I hope you enjoy your burgers. Skip through this. Office text deserves to be skipped anyway. There, I said it. Guys, there's a check on lift floor 1. I should probably check. Is this a check or just a shortcut? Just a shortcut. And I need right for 2. Flame Hotsman. Oh my god, how many of these are checks? Well, I've got plenty of money, so. Yep. Thank you, Sans. Complete sculpt. Okay, so there's the papyrus hangout. Kind of fitting that Sans is the one that gave it to me. I got astronaut food. Another 1,000. Jesus. Torn notebook, which is a progressive weapon. Okay, that's it. So there's 5 checks. I may stay on the torn notebook depending on if I can get the real knife or not. Because the empty gun is okay. Pyro. The empty gun is okay, but I actually prefer torn notebooks extending your iframes over the little extra damage from the gun. So Pyrope on his own, also I actually really like that when you heat up with Pyrope, it actually heat distorts the UI. Singular Pyrope's fine, double Pyrope is where it gets really annoying. Because those the bomb attack does not scale like. So when multiple enemies use an attack, it always there's a butterscotch pie. When multiple enemies attack you at the same time, it actually takes the normal attacks and scales it down. So effectively, it's doing like 50% of the bullets it normally would. The exception being Pyrope. When Pyropes attack in pairs, they will always shoot 2 bombs anyway, which is really annoying because, well, you're dealing with twice the attacks without any kind of, like, saving grace to it. Is there anything down? No, there's no path down, okay. I'm trying to remember if there's a check down there or not. Yeah, dual Pyropes is my least favorite fight in the game. Because their attack does not scale down like normal multi-attacks do. Oh, time for the guards. I think Clean 2's armor? Yes, okay. Nice, got it in one cycle. Then Bunny Guard admits to Dragon Guard how much he likes him. I appreciate them calling out that their animations are imitations of each other, are just copied from each other. Love wins. Shut up, Alphys. Actually, I think that's Myra's. And Alphys. It's the bombs. Toby's a bomb. Alright, that'll be undefeated. So all the bombs will have their own movements that you have to defuse them while they're in the defuse zone. There's a extremely agile tub of water running around that it's just easiest to wait for it right next to the basketball bomb. Oh, I wasn't touching it yet. Okay. The last one. We move to the final part of this. Wait, no. We have a couple more elevators, then the final part. Yes, Alphys. I believe it is the opera and then the... Nope, it's Muppet first. So you could technically buy an item from her there, which will also skip her fight. But she charges quad 9 gold for all of her items. So good luck with that. Muppet, buy Muppet, yep, pretty much. Oh, right. You have to walk against the conveyor belt to make sure you're not moving. No. Stop and smell the flowers. What's wrong with that? There we go. Oh no, damn it. That's right. I keep thinking the door's to the north. I always get that wrong. North is the way I want to go before going to the door. Oh, this combination's not fun either, but at least in Airplane only takes 3 interactions to get rid of it instead of 4. And then you're just down to fighting him again. That is a forced encounter, by the way. You always run into St. Airplane and him there. Oh god, my brain. Brain, please. I used to be able to do this like by heart super easily. There we go. There's that. Beams. That away, that away. That doesn't hurt for now. Hello, favorite character. Unfortunately, and fortunately for me, we will not be seeing the Muppet fight because I will be using Spider Cider. Also works with the Spider Donut. And this actually triggers a special scene where spiders from the ruins and completely skips Muppet's fight. So if anything, it's always worth buying the Spider Donut if you don't want to do Muppet's fight later in the game. And for the opera scene, it's totally not inspired by Final Fantasy VI. It even has a similar song progression to the opera, Final Fantasy VI opera. Unfortunately, all we can really do is wait for Mettaton to finish. As he does not want to share the spotlight. In fact, I'm pretty sure the singing here, the male voice, might actually be a sound bit from 6. Like the actual operatic singer from 6 that's used. So fun fact about this upcoming section. When I played this the first time, like my first time ever playing through this game, I actually remembered all the rules of the tiles and was able to get almost completely out. I've not been able to do it since. I don't remember the rules of the tiles anymore, so it doesn't really matter, but... There we go. Yeah, it still exists. My first playthrough of it, well, first in the sense of the first time I ever played the full game, I did a genocide run, which did not make any sense without having played the normal run first. So my first normal run of this, I was actually able to get 2 tiles away from actually getting out of that puzzle. Because, like, I have it up on my YouTube. It's from a long stream ago. But I'm sitting there, like, I'm going through it and I'm reciting all the rules as I go through it. It's like, okay, orange makes you smell like oranges, and the blue, and the piranha, blah, 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 blah. Like, actively figuring it out as I went. It is possible to get through it. It's just a real pain in the ass to do. Sure. I got, like, here. And this is where I got here. This is where I got here, got stuck. Because if you can get here, you can literally get out. Okay, that's MTT. There's one check over here. Nope, this is the other elevator. That's where you can tell Flames Hotsman you can remember his name and he freaks out. There are, however, many checks over here with Caddy and Bratty. PT pay 350G to get 500G, you say? Sure. Oh, we'll bring the Snowland piece with us too. So the snowman or the empty gun, I'm not going to bother equipping because, like I said, I prefer the extended iframes of the torn notebook over the slight damage increase of the gun. If I get the real knife, though, I will equip that. Also, I've never looked closely at the sprites in this scene. I never realized, and it makes perfect sense, that the tablecloths are Mettaton's face, which is, of course, they are. I've never actually looked at them before. Right, so, there's 4 checks here. The instant noodles, get a progressive weapon. $500 for a spider donut? Nah, I've already passed Buffett, thank you. Away the empty gun. Away the punch card. Bring out the CT. So now we can do the item swaps here. Yep. That's always money. Yep. That's always money. There's the abandoned quiche. Okay. I forgot the first 2 checks were money. I'm glad I had a hot dog, though. Burn pan away. Oh, we don't need that anymore. We don't need to hold on to it anymore. That's good for now. I believe this is the end of the Mettaton storyline. Should give me an item. Or not. So that should be everything, which means I can go back to Snowden and do the hangout with Papyrus. Then I can do the hangout with. I forget if you have to beat Asgore and Flowey first before you can do the hangout with Undyne. Which is required to get the hangout with Alphys. Oh, I got the wrong number song. No checks in here other than doing the date. Maximum date power. Ooh, dude. Check under his hat. Like how it doesn't let you skip that text. Date power into his face. Did I find the fish, actually? Yes, I do have the fish. I have all the checks done. Okay. So we can go check Undyne and see if she's dateable now or hangoutable now, or I have to beat Asgore before you're allowed to do that. Not that way. Yep, here we go. Yeah, the rocks in front of Undyne's house clear away when you get the fish. Okay, cool. I can do this already. Yes. Yes. I love that you could actually like pick her with the spirit. And so, like I've seen a lot of people play through this on their first time. Most people not only don't realize you can pick Undyne, but you can go past everything else and pick the sword. T is the proper answer. She won't let you pick anything else. I'll never understand how that cup stays on the table given that it's divoted towards the center thanks to the spear. Having a heart-to-heart with Undyne. Learning about Asgore and Papyrus. And now we make spaghetti. Maybe it wasn't even when I broke it, wasn't now somehow even. You know what? I'd be willing to believe that. The choices you make here don't matter, it just influences what Undyne says as they're doing it. Nothing will ever be good enough for her. This one you have to turn it up until it gets a little too hot. And then you burn down her house. Take it back. You can go into fight and hit her with a normal attack and you will still only do 1 damage and still continue normally. You can do whatever you want in that scene. And now my favorite dialogue in the game. Sounds like only fire lives here now. It's such a stupid line, but I absolutely love that line. Sounds like only fire lives here now. Alright, now we gotta go talk to Undyne in Snowden. The house is crying. Yeah, I do like that change. Like the house is crying instead of trying to look angry. I mean, you'd be crying too if you were full of fire. Or maybe you wouldn't be able to cry because your body would be melting. We're going to talk to Undyne, get the letter. Which I don't remember if this is actually a check or not. It is a check. Oh, it's astronaut. Thank you. You wrote a very beautiful astronaut food, Undyne. Yeah, Undyne's letter EX is a key item for triggering the hangout with Alphys, which I've had for like half the game. I prefer the dog version of the boat. Much more adorable. So this should trigger now? Yep, okay. If you're prompted to slide the letter, then I've unlocked the True Lab properly. I am now locked into the final ending. I will say, Alphys isn't my type, but bless her for trying. She's clearly prepared to date Undyne and only done Undyne. Also, I like Undyne's casual fit here. Yep, I've seen her. Keep lying. So my favorite option here is make Alphys act like Undyne because it's so much worse. I'm just gonna let this one go. You're one hot baby. He really nails Undyne's personality, though. Office gives you a kiss. And then she overloads. John boy! And the ultimate question, is anime real? Yes. Let her have her fantasies. I'll never tell. Okay. Now I'm going to do this. Just so I can shortcut back to Hotland. Now True Lab. The surprisingly unsettling part of this game. I remember the first time I got this part freaked me the hell out because the whole game is kind of lighthearted and has its moments of drama that are done well. Then you have the True Lab, which is not lighthearted or fun at all. It is just straight creepy. Toby and Temmie especially did a great job with this part. Like the enemies and stuff in here, and the music is super unsettling. CT. All the entries that are explaining what's actually going on. The memory heads are real creepy. For not to join the fun, thank you. But nobody came. So that is a reference to Mother. When, specifically when an enemy calls for help, but another enemy does not show up to back them up, you get the message, but nobody came. So it's implying that you're calling for help and nobody's showing up. Seems like it doesn't care anymore. I absolutely love this area because it's such a, like, turns the whole tone and feel of the game on its head and is executed incredibly well. This place is proper creepy. I've also noticed a lot of players don't learn about this unless chat tells them ahead of time. Because of this, they usually see this, freak out, and move. And if you move, it interrupts the scene completely. But if you wait, he tucks you in. And that's it. He just tucks you and pats you on the head and moves. Oh wait, that's the my progression item. Oh, on here. There's no way to take out the stick. I didn't realize I got the other knife. I will use the Warren dagger because it is far better than Torn Notebook. Actually, I may not even need the knife because I was able to do Undyne's event without having to fight Asgore. So I may not have to fight him at all. Pick one. I think this is, yeah, this is the creepiest attack in the game. I remember seeing this and just going, what the fuck? I remember the 3 things I need to do here. Not a siren, so I don't need to hum. Mystify and... Yep, Mystify and something else. And it is like... these attacks are proper, like, fuck. Pray, I think it's the 3rd one? Summons for siren. Yep, okay, that's it. Yet. I also kind of appreciate that there's no random battles in this area. The only battles you run into are the amalgams. So like you're not constantly having, effectively it prevents the tone from being broken up because it lets the music just kind of play and lets you explore without having to worry about like random stuff just interrupting kind of the beat of everything. It makes it so every fight you do run into is proper creepy. This is why we kept the stick. Threw the stick and the dog ran to get it. We played fetch for a while. And Doggity is content. So you can completely skip the Doggity fight because it is a dog, and all the dog boss fights in the game can be auto-won with the stick. Back with the bird. How's the bird? What? Well, that's always a good property for picturing this right away because we will Bertram. That's fair. Smells like sweet lemons. This is probably the creepiest design of them all. Also has one of the creepiest attacks. So I need to unhug it. I need to just scream, which isn't a action for anybody. I think it's flex, unhug, and hum for this one. Lemon bread. Welcome to my special hell. Because it's part siren. I'm glad he's doing this attack and not the other one he has. I hate dealing with the other attack and flex. Cool. I didn't get the other attack at all. That room allows you to watch the VHSs that are on the shelves And what the VHSs on the shelves do is it gives you a backstory about Frisk and Asgore, or Frisk and Asriel's background. You effectively learn about the kids. And this fight, the first time I ran into this fight, I was very upset, and not because it's creepy. Like, this is legitimately a very sad fight. Like the what Toby does with the music here is kind of incredible. Yeah, so you'll learn about it when we get to the you won't because we're gonna skip. But effectively, the reason why all these look like, or the reason why they're called amalgams, is because they're all monsters that have effectively melted together, and all this melting was done by Alphys. When determination is injected into a monster, too much of it, too much determination, causes the monster's structure to fall apart, and they effectively melt. And while Alphys was experimenting with this, she effectively took a bunch of residents of the world who had gone unconscious or fallen down or whatever. Effectively, they were in bad health, and said she was going to help fix them. Like, oh no, let me grab Snowy's mother. Let me grab some Vegetites, etc., etc. I'll help heal them. And she took them down here and started just effectively doing inhumane experiments with them. And so what happened was she was injecting them with determination. They eventually melt together and become this amalgam of multiple monsters. It's what happened to Siren's parents. It's what happened to Snowy's mother. It's what happened to one of the Errands. And that's why you have actions from multiple fights in the fight, because it's an action from each monster that is amalgamed into that creature. You made the fuck out of that? Nice. Yeah, Alphys, the nerdy, klutzy, kind of shy character, is actually a real freaky scientist. Like, really fucked up. Like no joke, she's committing like Mangala level fucking experiments down here. That's her admitting what she did and talking about how she didn't mean for it to go this way, but that's what happened, and she's never told anybody what happened because she's afraid. And it's like, yeah, you should still tell them. You know, you remember not caring much for Alphys after the revelation. I think that's kind of the point, is because she seems very like missing self-confidence and like, oh, she's just shy and stuff. And then you find out what she did and you're like, oh, she's not shy. She's burdened by a terrible secret of what she did, which is real fucked up. What's worse than their evil isn't from 10 a lack of empathy. It's incredibly incompetent. Yeah, pretty much. Like, she didn't do it it wasn't, I'm going to do this because I'm going to make advances at any cost. It was, I'm doing this to try to help them. And then what ends up happening is, oh, wait, this doesn't help at all. Oopsie doodles. I accidentally amalgam them together. Yeah, she's effectively a scientist blazing a trail that she didn't mean to blaze. And then, as a result, just went, oh god, what have I done? Because the whole thing is like, it's not like when she injects them with determination that they melt immediately. You learn through looking at the lab notes and all that and then talking to her. It was a matter of, she was injecting them with determination. After a couple of days, they started getting better. So she started injecting everyone. Oh, this was working, so I'll inject everyone. And then like a week or so later, it all starts going south real fast. And she goes, oh god, what have I done? Because it's too late to turn it around for anybody. And they all start melting together. And then it reconstitute once the determination goes down into the amalgams. Like, it was, oh, what is it? The road to hell is paved with best intentions. Something like that. she meant to do right. She just didn't know what she was doing. Now, Asgore's evil is an evil of fucking, like, what is it? I wouldn't say it's barely there. Toriel even calls him out on it. It's evil of his own making because he refuses to do anything. Yeah, it's evil of inaction. She calls him out because he's like, you could have taken the first child soul you grabbed, gone out and solved this immediately, but instead you sat back here and did nothing, hoping everything would solve itself, and made things worse. Yeah. Alphys overall is probably the greater of the two evils, but Asgore is not forgiven either. He very well could have solved this super easily with only one human death, but he decided to wait for 7. Asgore put Alphys in charge because Asgore had no idea how to handle that situation because Gaster fell in the core. So he's like, well, I don't have a royal scientist anymore, and Alphys is smart, so I'll just have Alphys take care of it. And by putting her in that position, even though she didn't really have the knowledge of what to do, I wouldn't say he's at fault for it, but he kind of set up Alphys to fail. Alphys absolutely, in trying to prove herself to Asgore, caused the problems of determination and all the amalgams and stuff. But she's promoted well beyond her competence, effectively. You there's some kind of AU where Asgore was hyper-divorced snack fiend. Boy, do I have news for you. I do kind of appreciate I didn't have to fight Asgore in order to get the hangout with Undyne. I don't remember if that's in vanilla, if you have to fight Asgore first and then hang out with Undyne, or if you can do it immediately. But I'm glad you don't have to do it in this. Asriel Dream. One of the best songs in the game. I'm just going to burn through most of this real quick. I do like that at first, he's just using his mom's attacks here. He's like, oh, it's Toriel's fight. And then the music kicks up. The real fight starts. Oh. The reason why I'm just eating through all my stuff, even though I don't really need it, is because the dream option fills any empty spots in the inventory with anything healing items that is better than anything that's in my inventory currently. So I'm just kind of getting through all this. Oh shit, I forgot to get rid of the stick. Give him the stick. Don't give him the stick! Cutting art and cutting animation sure have come along. They really have. And the dream to get my inventory filled up. And we just hope if we don't need to heal and dream, and use a dream. Anytime I'm below 10, I probably should use the last dream. Play the game. I do too, actually. I remember like that coming out a while back, and I was gonna play it. Probably get away with hoping this surge. Should pay attention to what attack he was using. Last range. Also, I have never been good at this fight. I don't think even in all the playthroughs I've done, I don't think I've ever cleared it without dying once. I really shouldn't die to that one. I do like the but it refused though. But it refused, and then it starts you on the last attack you were on, which is really nice. This isn't usually the attack I die to. It's usually a shocker breaker that gets me. This one's fairly easy to dodge. It alternates between 3 and 4. So you move and you don't move, and you move and you don't move. I think they gave me a safety on that one. I'm pretty sure that should have killed me. There's the ultimate attack. I got hit once. Oh no, wide Asriel. Wide Real. This attack I've never been able to dodge. I don't tell who. Thankfully, it saves exact progression to the last round you were on, so dying means nothing this time. Which is nice. So if you had to actually dodge this stuff, it would probably ruin this part of the fight for a lot of people. Given how hard it is to read those goddamn attacks. I do really appreciate this part of the fight. And having it as your everybody out of Azrael since he absorbed everyone. So by doing the boss mechanics again for each boss. Oops. Oh, you can't. I forgot you can't take the same one multiple times. No, don't fight. Shouldn't have mashed through that. Alphys. Where is... Oh, someone's using their fireplace. And some other smoke coming into the circle. I really wish it wouldn't default to fight for this specific fight. I kind of wish it would default to save if you're picking save. Oh, I just realized without the Asgore fight, the Scotch pie was kind of useless. I have to think about it. I wonder if there's a Asgore mechanic for the butterscotch. I should look that up. It would make sense that if the butterscotch pie had an effect on him too. For those who may not know, if you use the butterscotch pie during the Asgore fight, it debuffs his attack and defense because the scent of the pie reminds him of Toriel. Hey, it's not us. Meeting Azrael for the first time. Now he does the same thing as Mom does and refuses to fight you. I don't know if this part of the fight has the same mechanic that Toriel does where you can get hit by the fire and something happens. Because I've never successfully gotten hit by the fire in this version of the fight. I have done the Toriel death before. This thing became more responsive than Azrael. I was like, you guys. I mean, they're one and the same. Azrael and this and Flowey are the same thing. It's just learning that it was a matter of him living 100,000 lives of not being able to solve the situation, kind of broken mentally. And this is the first timeline in which he's actually being saved. Oh, you must have learned Kara. Yeah, Kara's an absolute monster. I am curious since everything else is part of Deltarune, if Kara's going to be some part of Deltarune, or if the whole Chris player thing is just the Kara struggle again. Like, I'm curious if Kara's going to be its own character in Deltarune. I don't think Frisk would be part of it, because Frisk is kind of the player stand-in for this game. But Kara being actually part of the story makes me think Kara might be in Deltarune as well, since Deltarune was the story before Undertale was made. Alright, supposed to be skipping this. Do not. Some sort of outer god titan Kara is. Oh god, he's releasing all the souls. Comfort. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever picked do not on either of those choices. I have no idea what happens. I imagine it's a but thou must situation where it's going to play out the same either way. I just don't actually know what happens. I almost hope we never get Kara again, considering the implications of them being around. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's possible that the whole Chris Soul dynamic is the Kara Frisk dynamic of Deltarune. But at the same time, Deltarune was a story written by Toby well before he even made Undertale. Like, Deltarune was the story he always wanted to do, and Undertale was the, well, I'm going to put this out and, see if I can get funding to make Deltarune thing. And boy, did he. But given that all the main characters in Undertale that aren't player related are also in Deltarune, is what makes me think Kara might actually be part of the Deltarune story. Or Kara is Chris, like, or I should say, or Kara is based on Chris. Might be a situation. Guess we won't know until the whole thing comes out. I'm ready. I'm ready to win. Like, it's very possible that Kara won't be in it because Kara and Chris have the same outfit, so it's very possible Kara's just based on Chris. Go away, divorce man. Always stay with Tori. There's also the existence of the vessel, which is presumably where the soul comes from. The soul that's in Chris presumably originally belonged to the vessel, which is the whole we don't know yet. If Chris goes mountain climbing after all is said and done, the sicky feeling. True. Imagine that's how chapter 5 ends. It's like Chris is like, hey, I'm gonna go climb this mountain. Like, oh. Never even ran into Ice Cap. We heard a Snowdrake? We did. We just didn't fair enough of them to have their special condition. But we didn't pet Lesser Dog enough to give him his special condition. Burger. I wish I had Burger. Temmie reluctant. There's Temmie. Horrible. Horrible upgrade. Oh no, she died of it. Screw off, Pyro. Okay, Muppets by Michelle, that's right. Use your imagination. I do really like a Stickerton's design. And Night Knight. That Jack's cool too. Night Knight's still my favorite design though. And the Amalgamates. Thinking about sticks. I believe that's because I used the stick to skip the Amalgam fight. Special credits. So, fun fact, if you can get through this without touching a single name, which I just failed immediately, it unlocks Glide's door, and instead of Glide being inside, will be Toby or Annoying Dog for a special little scene. I have never been able to do this without touching names. I think the best I've ever done is I got through these first 3 sections, and that was like with a lot of practice. I was able to get through this, and then I touched a name in the next one. It is possible. I've seen it done. You just had to practice a lot. Had to know where to move. It's like fighting the knight all over again. This is the part where I screwed up. Gotta minimize the number of names I touch it. God damn it. Well, it's all gone to shit now. There's my name. I am, in fact, one of the backers of this game. I was very enamored by the demo, so I decided to back it. And that is it. Almost 3 hours on the dot. That was actually pretty good. Let's see. The items I missed were 2 spider donuts, an ice cream, a punch card, a crab apple, 2 CTs, a junk food, and a progressive armor, which was the one in Temmie's shop. It's not bad. I didn't miss too many things. And none of them were major, other than the Temmie armor progression, but I already decided I wasn't going to get that anyway. Well, since that's done, I think I'm going to call it there. I didn't know how long this was going to take. I assumed it would take about 3 to 4 hours, and then coming in at exactly 3 is kind of perfect. So thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for these subs, follows. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. Like I said at the beginning, the main reason I hadn't streamed for a couple weeks was just due to multiple factors. I was not getting enough sleep, and I was falling asleep during the day, which meant I would have been falling asleep during stream, which is a big no-no on Twitch. I will try to stream next week on Wednesday, if not sooner. We'll see. I'll definitely shoot for Wednesday. Maybe I'll do another stream before Wednesday, depending. I'll probably do another rando. I'm actually kind of feeling the randomizer mood right now. Maybe just take a break from the Rogue Roulette and just do something I'm a little more familiar with and have a little more control over. Though I can get a terrible seat on a randomizer if I'm unlucky. But we'll see. I might just do Link to the Past randomizer. That one's pretty easy. I know it'll checks. Or Super Metroid. I could do Super Metroid. I don't want to do the Fusion one because that'll definitely take multiple streams. I'll think about it. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, I'll be back probably next week. Hopefully next week, if not sooner. I hope y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you later. Bye.
Although there are innumerable ways for one to die, our danger-seeking prince has come to know a sizable...
Oh yes, Happy New Year, everyone. Now, completely forgot. Happy New Year.
Although there are innumerable ways for one to die, our danger-seeking prince has come to know a sizable variety.
Oh no!